Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly update video. Some cool products have arrived this week, including the new Ford Bronco from Traxxas. It is a TRX4, so got some really cool stuff to show you and a sneak peek as well. Let's get into it. The new Ford Bronco version TRX4 has just arrived. Now we did get these in both colorways and they're a fantastic finish on the very popular TRX4 car. Some of you may be familiar with the TRX4, but for those of you that aren't, run through some of its fantastic features. Probably one of the biggest ones is the portal diff setup. So what this actually does is raises the axle height. This gives you more ground clearance, ultimately providing a better crawling experience. The car is capable of a lot more. It comes equipped with 1.9 inch tyres, which are pretty standard across the rock crawling market. It does have a fantastic shock package as well. They are an aluminium shock, so couple that with heavy duty drag links, this car is kind of made to crawl and made to perform. And they've obviously finished this one off in a different body styling. So this is a Ford Bronco. It is a licensed shell. It's fantastic on the scale detail side of things, which Traxxas do really well. Aside from their durability, their scale detail is kind of what sets them apart. So with those two things, you're getting a fantastic car. One neat feature on the TRX4 is that you can actually lock the differential. So this is controllable. Now this is a fantastic feature for you guys out there who are crawling and want to have a bit of a multi-purpose crawler. Depending on what conditions you are in, whether they are like gnarly rocks, whether you're going over, I guess, less crazy ground, so just some undulating hills, you might want to change your diff setup to suit the condition. With this car you can do that. So fantastic body styling, same great TRX4 that we're used to, with some fantastic features. So a really good option from Traxxas. This version TRX4 from Traxxas is a little bit different to all the other TRX4s that we have covered. This is an assembly kit. So what this car allows you to do is actually build the car from the ground up. What is included with this is everything that you get in a standard TRX4 ready to run car, aside from the body shell. So this does have a cheaper price point because of that, and you can choose the body shell of your liking to add to this car. So it does make it a bit customizable in that sense. Pick the shell you like and add it to the car. But what you get is a car that you need to build. So this is fantastic for those, maybe for a present for a keen modeler who wants to get in there and actually build something themselves. It's a great way to learn how the car goes together. And if you ever do need to make repairs down the line, you'll be very well versed in how to disassemble and put the car together as well. So everything is included. You will still need to add a battery and charger, but your radio, your speed controller, your motor, your tires, they are all included. So it's the same as a ready to run minus a body shell, which you can add, and obviously the cheaper price point allows you to do that and come in a little bit cheaper than a TRX4 kit. So a great way for you to get in there, do some modeling, do some building, and learn a little bit more about your car. The TRX4 assembly kit is the one for you. The Fatshart HD3 Core would be one of the premium goggles on the market today, and in fact regarded by a lot of people as the best goggle to go with. It boasts a huge 42-degree field of view and some great features at a really good price point. So this does come with a 18650 battery holder. You will need to add the batteries yourself. So it essentially it holds the 18650 cell, pops open at the side, slides your cells in. This is handy for a couple of reasons. One, it's not a one-piece battery, so you can have multiple cells charged up, ready to go, and bang them in when you're out flying, and it allows you to fly for a little bit longer. In the box you do get your zipper case, as well as the goggles yourself. So the goggles will need a receiver. So you can choose to add a dual diversity receiver. There's many popular versions out there now. We have a couple of versions. The TrueD and the Helistar also do a dual diversity receiver for this. So you can add that in. It does have IPD adjustment, so that's interpupillary distance. And what this means is the two individual screens within the goggles. Every person has a slightly different eye distance or interpupillary distance, and what this goggle allows you to do, like many other goggles, is adjust that to suit your face. So ultimately you're left with a really comfortable fit, perfect clarity, no distortion or double imaging on the view, and a great performing goggle. So add these with your favorite receiver and you're ready to rock and roll for any FPV racing or freestyle that you'd want to do. We have a bit of a special sneak peek on this week's episode. The recently announced DX8e, we actually have a sample version, so really cool to be able to get to hold this, have a bit of a play. Now this is very similar to the DX6e that is currently on the market from Spektrum as far as functionality and ergonomics are concerned. So if you remember, the DX6e actually introduced a revolutionary mode change system. So these radios are sold, they come set up in a mode too, but they're not sold as a mode per se. So there is actually a physical switch on the back of the radio. You can go ahead and flick this and your mechanical mode change is actually complete. Then jump into your menus, tell the radio what mode it needs to be, and that is a complete mode change. That can be done within a minute. So if you are setting this up on a mode 1, you can do that very quickly. It comes in really handy if you're flying with friends that maybe want to fly your aircraft. They fly a different mode, you can go and switch that over pretty quickly. Obviously the main difference between this and the DX6e is the 2 added channels. So this is going to give you more functionality at a really, really affordable price point. So this will be, when we get some, they'll be transmitter only, so no receiver. And I think they're going to go for around the 310 mark. So a fantastically affordable 8-channel option from Spektrum. And really the only thing you're missing out on with the current DX8 is voice alerts and a wired trainer port. So these radios do have wireless trainer. So you're able to still do buddy boxing via the wireless feature. We just don't have a wired port. And obviously your voice alerts aren't there. So if you have telemetry and you want, say, battery readouts, this radio doesn't have a speaker, but they're really the only 2 features that you're missing off the full-fledged DX8. So for the fantastic price point, it is a really, really good radio packed with features. It should be a great radio, so we can't wait to get our hands on the stock when it arrives very shortly. Thanks for joining us again today, guys, for another weekly update video. Some awesome product we've had come through this week, and really excited about the sneak peek of the DX8e. Should be a fantastic radio for most modelers out there, offering 8 channels, which is more than enough for the average modeler. The HD3 cores and the 2 offerings from Traxxas. If you want to get into a TRX4 with a Ford Bronco shell or in an assembly kit, we have both options for you. So I'm Andrew from Model Flight, and we'll see you on next week's episode.